Hello, Jose. My name is Rachel. I own Wine Country Signs and Wine Country Games. I just wanted to make you a quick tutorial on your system so you know how everything works. Okay, first things first, when it first starts up, you'll notice it says a black screen which says something about auto booting DS title. It's important that you don't try to interrupt that and you just let it load. As well as it only shows on the gamepad, so you're probably not seeing it on the screen right now, but a black and red screen says iOS U hacks. It's very important to let that load. Sometimes it may glitch and run twice, but it's very important. It's what makes all the games work. Okay, so it's very important to let that run. And you'll notice it happens every single time you come back to the Wii menu or the Wii home menu. Okay? Okay, all your games play just as regular games would, just like if you were to download a game from the eShop. You know, you just click them and start them. I believe I updated all the games, but if you do open one and it says something about installing update, just let it do it. Just let it update, okay? Also, there is a program in here, and it's very important that you do not mess with it. I'm going to move it down to the last page. If you delete this or move it out of the system and onto like an SD card or something, nothing will work anymore. So it's very important to just leave that as is and leave it alone. Okay, now this is what we were talking about, Lodine GX2. That's what plays all the games off the SD card. So any games that didn't fit on your hard drive, I added on here, as well as, which is only a couple. There's only 2 or 3, I think. As well as all the eShop games play through here, okay? It is a very, very glitchy program, and there's no other program to use it. So it's slow, and it has a lot of bugs, and it freezes sometimes, but it works. So we're going to go in and show you. Now the screen's going to, it'll probably black screen and blue screen a couple of times. Just be patient and wait. It'll start up. Here you go. I'll give it a second to load all the covers. Okay, let the photos load. All right. Okay, now you can, there's 3 different layouts that you can use here. So you go to settings, you want to go GUI, and you go game TV view or game view TV. Now right now I have it on grid view, which is my favorite. You can also do icon carousel. You just click OK, and then go back. Just give it a second again for the photos to load. There we go. Okay, or you could do cover carousel. Now it only has a fraction of the covers, okay? If you want to add, I'm not seeing any of the covers. I had about half of them. I'm not sure why they're not showing up. I believe you could press, if you have the Wii remote sync to it, like I do. I don't want to do it because it'll make the video take a really long time. You could press the plus button on the Wii remote and it'll download the covers. I don't understand why they're not there. They should have been there. But anyway, but it's only going to do probably 1/3 of them. The rest you'll have to do by hand, one at a time. And you have to match the covers. I would just look on YouTube and just look up Lodine cover photos, and you'll find lots of videos that tell you how to do it, okay? Last time I did this, it had photos. I don't understand why it doesn't. But as you can see, if you wait a second, the background photo tells you what it is. See, look. Reptilian Rebellion, okay? But anyway, I prefer the grid view. It's clean. It has all the covers. Just give it a second to load them. There we go. Okay, here's all the games. Now, when you first start up, see, here's a Wii U game that didn't fit. And these Just Dance ones. Just Dance 2014, 4, and Kids 2014. Those are Wii U games that just didn't fit on the system. Anyway, okay, so if you're, when you first load into this, it'll make a loud buzzing sound on the gamepad. I don't know what that is. I've looked into it. There's no way to fix it. It's just part of the program, apparently. It's a glitchy system. But anyway, so let's just, we'll pick a game. And I also want to mention that I have not tested every single game. So if you find some that don't work, I apologize. This Child of Light one is really popular. Okay, so it'll bring this up. You just want to click OK and let it load. And sometimes it may blue screen or black screen a couple of times, or even just it looks like it's frozen. You just gotta be patient and just let it load. This program is very slow. Also, I wanted to mention another bug in this program that I don't think will ever be fixed since they're not doing Wii U stuff anymore, is you can only exit Loading through a game. And it doesn't load back to Loading, it loads back to the Wii U home menu. So if you tried to press the home button inside Loading, it will most likely just freeze and you're going to have to restart the console. So the best way to do it is just to pick a game, start it, and then exit through the game. Okay, let's see if it loads here. Slow. This may be one that doesn't work. But again, if you find a bunch that don't work, let me know, and I'll do the same thing I did. Your console seems to be pretty picky. It seems like it wants like the newest versions of the games, so I can re-download games that if you really want to play them if they don't work, and all you do, oh, there you go, see? It is just very, very slow, because it's loading off an SD card, so it's only got the speed of the SD card. But again, I still want to mention, if you find games that don't work, you know, that you can't get them to load, send me a message and I will re-download them and try to send them to you. They're very simple. All you do is I'll send them to you in the correct format. All you do is you put them, I'll tell you where to put them on the SD card. You just drag them onto the SD card. But again, as you can see, it works. It just took a long time, so you just got to be patient. So now when you want to exit out of here, new game, normal. See, I don't know if that's part of the thing or if that's like a glitch, that sound. I'm not sure. See, Loading is not a very great program, but it's the only one I know of that plays games off an SD card. It's almost like it started playing a song and it froze. But anyway, to exit, you just want to press the home button. Oh, and it's not going to let me until the story is over. Gosh dang it. Of course, because I started a game. Even Wii U games are the same way. If it's loading a story, it won't let you exit until the story is over. Well, that sounds kind of annoying, but, you know. I guess you can just mute the TV. Hopefully it'll fix itself once it gets into the actual game, once it starts. Still not letting me exit. Wii U games are the same way. If it has an opener story, it's not going to let you exit until the opener story is over. Darn it. And I probably picked one with a really long opener story too. Yeah, there's something wrong with the sound. Hopefully it'll fix itself when the game starts. Oh, come on. As you can see, the game works. There's a lot of bugs and a lot of glitches, but you'll still be able to play the game. You may have to mute it to play it. Finally! Okay, so I finished the story. Let me exit. Now, I haven't had any of those glitches with the regular Wii U games, but look, see, now we exited Loading and it froze. So I don't know if it's going to go back to the Wii menu or if we're going to have to restart it. We're probably going to have to restart it. So I'm going to go restart it right now. Okay, I went up and I restarted the console. You do it by holding the power button down for about 2 seconds until it turns red, and then you just turn it back on. So if you have any freezes or glitches or anything weird happen, just restart the system. So as you can see, there's a lot of glitching with Loading, but there aren't any other programs to play off the SD card. So now we did that. There's nothing special to the Wii U games. You just click them and start them just like you would any eShop game. I'm going to walk you through the Wii hard drives. Oh, now I also want to mention it's very important how you plug these in, okay? I've included 2 Y cables, which it takes power from 2 ports instead of 1, because these hard drives will fail if you try to use a standard USB cord, so you have to use the Y cables that I included. And it's also very important that you plug the Wii U hard drive with the Wii U games on it, and I will label them in the package. It's very important that you put the Wii U hard drive in the front 2 USB ports, and the Wii hard drives, or the Wii and GameCube hard drives, in the back ports. They will not work the other way around. Also, it's important for me to mention that if you were to try to plug in another hard drive into the front where the Wii U hard drive goes and format it, it will render the hard drive useless. So if you format another hard drive in the front, the one that I sent you will no longer work, and there's no recovering of it. You would have to format it and reinstall all the games all over again. So it's also important that you do not unplug the hard drives when the system is on and running. So there's 2 hard drives for the Wii. So when you want to play a game that's on the other hard drive, you need to push down the button on the Wii until the button is black. And then I always pick up the hard drives, and you can feel it spinning, you can feel it moving if it's still running. You need to wait until the light is off on the hard drive and you don't feel it spinning anymore before you unplug it. So what I do with my Wii U is I just leave the cord. I have it in a little snug place where it fits perfectly, and I just leave the cord sticking out, and when I'm ready to switch hard drives, I turn off the console and I switch out the hard drive. I don't unplug the cord. You just unplug the hard drive from the cord and plug in the next one, and then when you go back in, it'll be the next set of games. Okay, so now let's go to the Wii. Now, TV and gamepad, the gamepad only works as a monitor from it in the Wii. So if you were to choose TV and gamepad, the gamepad is just going to work as like a... Now give it a... or the Wii menu, there we go. Okay, now I have 3 loaders right here, okay? Wii Flow, configurable USB loader, and USB loader GX. Homebrew channel is how you mess with settings. Unless you really know what you're doing, I would leave it alone. Also, there is a blue homebrew channel. This is the original. If you delete this one, nothing will work in here. So do not delete this blue one. The black one is just a better version. It's a newer, updated version of the blue one. The blue one's really shrunken and scrunched and doesn't look right. The black one looks perfect. So it's basically just a forwarder from that one. But it's so, yeah, if you were to delete this blue one, the black one won't work either. So this is just basically a forwarder, okay? So don't remove that blue one. Okay, now you want to play your retro games, you go through Wii Flow. It's not as pretty as a channel loader as the other ones, but it's the only one that reliably works. And all your retro systems are in here. And if you have any problems, I have lots of troubleshooting videos on my YouTube channel that walk you through any problems you can have inside Wii Flow, okay? So there's nothing to it. You open it, you start a game. Okay, it just starts, plays as normal. When you're ready to exit, press the home button. And you can save a game, you can load a game save, you can change the settings, you can reset. That will lose any of your current progress. That'll start you back at the beginning with no save. It's just like pressing reset on the console. And then back to Wii Flow will take you back into Wii Flow to choose another game. Okay, and then I have 2 loaders here. I seem to have more problems with configurable USB loader than USB loader GX, but these are both the Wii and the GameCube loaders. Now, I also want to mention, to play GameCube games, you have to you have one of 2 options. You have to have a Pro controller that you plug into the Wii remote, or you're going to have a GameCube controller adapter, which you can buy those online, with GameCube controllers plugged into them. Now, they're going to require USB slots, so what you're going to have to do is turn your console off and unplug your Wii U hard drive, the one that has the Wii U games in it, and use that, and plug them into that slot and use them, okay? And then just make sure before you're ready to play any Wii U games, you turn the console off and you switch out the GameCube controller adapter for the Wii U hard drive. Just again, anytime you're switching any devices that are plugged into it, it's really important that you turn off the console before you do so to prevent any corruption, okay? Okay, so CFG loader is a backup loader, but it has a lot more glitching, especially with the GameCube games. USB loader GX is much better, seems to have less problems. And they're both going to do the same thing when you start them up. They're going to start up and you're going to think they're frozen. They're not frozen. They're just reading all the games. And it takes a couple of minutes for them to read all the games. Both CFG and USB loader GX. See right here. See, nothing's happening. It's not frozen. It's just reading the game. So you just got to give it about a minute to load them all. Give it a minute. It's got quite a few to read. Oh, as well as the WiiWare games. They come in here too. So there's quite a bit of games that it's got to read. Alright. Okay, now there's also different ways that you can lay them out. This one is the plain list view. Not many people use it. There's this one where you can have 3 rows. Push the up. I'm pushing the up button on the Wii remote, or you can pick one. My favorite is this one. I call it the carousel. I like it like this. See, you can see all the WiiWare games as well. Okay. Or they have the channel loader, just like Loading. I'm not a big fan of these just simply because I have a lot of modded titles, and the modded titles don't have individual covers. So, like, you know, all the Mario Brothers mods will all just say Mario Brothers. So there'll be, you know, 200 Mario Brothers, and the only way to find out what they are is to put your finger over it, and it'll, after a second, see it brings up the title. So I just prefer this one, but it's completely up to you. To skip forward, everything's in alphabetical order. To skip forward, you press and hold the plus on the Wii remote. We'll go this way, and if you hold it for a second, it'll go by really, really fast. So if you want to skip to, like, you know, D or E or F or whatever, and then you just stop a minute and you go, okay, I'm in C. You know, you want to find Donkey Kong or something. Okay? So anyway, so now if you want to change, this is Virtual Console and WiiWare, and then it's also got Wii and GameCube. Now if you want to change what you see here, you go right here to this little thing right here, and see it says Wii games, GameCube games, and MUNAND is the WiiWare and Virtual Console games. So say I just want to see the Wii games. And now you're going to let it, just give it a second to load up, and there's all the Wii games that are on this hard drive, okay? There's like 1,000 something on the other one. But then there's all the Wii games. Now I just want to see just the GameCube games. Give it a second to load. There's more GameCube, so it'll take a little bit longer. It may flash up a couple of times, but watch the number here of games, and when you see it change to, I think there's 593 or something, then you know that it's done. See, it flashed up, but it didn't change. Watch the number. Just takes a long time because there's a lot of games. If you only had 3 or 4 games, it would load really, really fast. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, 560. And there you go. And there's all the GameCube games. Now the same thing for the WiiWare and Virtual Console. And it's ImmuNAND. NAND channels you don't want to enable, and NAND channels are the channels that are on your home screen. So if you enable that, it'll be like the Homebrew channel and WiiFlow and USB Loader GX and all those channels, okay? So now we're going to select Virtual Console. So there's Virtual Console and WiiWare. And then we'll only play through this one. So you can't play the Virtual Console or WiiWare games through configurable USB loader, and only work through here, okay? Okay, I'm just going to put it back to everything. So when it arrives to you, it shows everything. And it's going to do the same thing again. It's going to take a minute to load. I also want to show you, if you ever get an error message about GameCube games not playing, how to fix it. Because it happens every now and then, and it's a very, very simple fix. You gotta let it load all these games back again. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go pack this up and I'm gonna send it off to you. So you should have it. Today is Tuesday. You should have it by Wednesday, because you're in Elk Grove and I'm in a Campo. We're only about 20 minutes away from each other. So if you ever have any problems, let me know and I can come help you, because we don't live that far apart. Come on, USB loader. There we go, 1708. That's all of them. All right. So now, if you ever try to play GameCube, let's see if we can get it to do it. No, works perfect, of course. But if you ever get a GameCube game to, if it freezes or you can't get it to load, or it loads back to the Wii menu, I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to go restart it here, because like I said earlier, oh, I don't know if I mentioned this already. The GameCube games, unfortunately, there's not a way to exit them when you're inside the game. The emulator works. There's no exit. So when you're done, you just have to power down and restart the Wii U and start it over. But as you can see, the GameCube game is working fine.
I stood there,
But I'm going to go restart it.
wondering, fearing.
I restarted it. I want to show you what to do if you ever have GameCube games give you an error and it says something like the boot.dol file could not be found. Please choose a different loader, something like that. If you ever see that, you just want to go into the settings here. Then you want to go over to the third page right here, and you want to click default settings. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to have to reset all the settings. But you press default settings, it'll say, are you sure? You just say okay. And then after you do that, you want to go back to loader settings. You want to go down to this first one right here, GameCube settings. And you want to change GameCube mode to Nintendo. See, there's three different ones. Make sure it says Nintendo. And channel loader, it needs to be set to boot content. Okay? And that is all you have to do, and then everything should work fine. Okay? So it's going to load again. We went through the Wii U games. We went through Loading GX2. We went through WiiFlow. And we went through the USB Loader GX. That's really all there is to it. Everything is very simple. But if you have any problems, send me a message. I also have lots of tutorial videos. They're for the standard Wii about USB Loader GX and WiiFlow, but they work the same way on here. So if you ever have any problems, before you contact me, you can also look through all my troubleshooting tutorials on my YouTube channel, and most of your questions can be answered through there. Okay? So that's all there is to it. We're going to go back. So just don't unplug anything without the system being off. Don't unplug it, you will corrupt it. Don't format any new hard drives to the front two USB ports, or you will no longer be able to. Make sure you plug your Wii U hard drive into the front two USB ports, and your Wii/GameCube hard drives into the back. The SD card will come in the console. Just leave it in there to where all your loading games play off of. And I think that's all there is to it. Thank you very much for your purchase. Thank you even more for your patience while I got all this done. And if you have any problems, send me a message and I will be happy to help you. Thank you very, very much, and have a great day.